Okay, today is August 3rd, 2023, and this is my trade recap. Coming into the morning, I knew I had pretty bad sleep last night. I actually fell asleep at around 11:30ish, woke up around 1, fell back asleep, woke up around 2:30ish, and then fell back asleep, woke up around 6ish, fell back asleep, woke up around 7 to drop off a car to the dealership, and then um, on my way home, I meditated for about 20 minutes, and then I meditated again at home around 10 minutes, and that was around 9 o'clock at that point. And immediately I jumped on the DRC and filled out my DRC, did a quick analysis on SPY. Um, if you're looking at this is not looking like something that can have a immediate move lower at the open. It needs some sort of a balance, or otherwise, if you're swing trading it, then you can lock in some more profits. But otherwise, if you're day trading it, you gotta scalp that very aggressively, and that's not the type of setup that I wanted to take coming into the open. And the news, there's PMI at 9:45 and ISM at 10. So I knew I was gonna have to be a little bit more patient at the open today. The most ideal open would have been, like I said, a strong open, fail follow through to the upside, looking for continuation short. That would have been the best case scenario, where it traps some more longs, confirming that sellers are in control, and then look for that continuation. Another possibility was a strong open, and if it just continues to stay strong, holds these levels, then you can look for long side plays. But these needs to be scalp, and then once it reclaims this 4553.8 level going into the afternoon, that you could actually hold for deeper targets or wider targets. And then another possibility was a weak open reclaim long. This would have had to break the pre-market lows and then reclaim key levels and look for a continuation long setup. And there's room to the 4-hour and the hour chart if that's the case. Another possibility is a weak open, just stay heavy and weak. In that case, you're looking for this 4497 level or any levels, any extended levels to start holding and show some buyers are there. And then you look for some sort of fail follow through to the upside, trap some more shorts, or trap some more longs, and then look for that continuation to the downside. Ideally, at the break of this 4497 level would be perfect if it doesn't break premature, and then set up a tight risk level there. Right. So I took 3 trades today. The first trade was a nail or bail scalp on the 1 minute, and this was technically an invalid signal if you're actually trading it like a proper signal. This is a nail or bail scalp setup. So the only way this setup is profitable is if you're taking advantage of the immediate move, locking in profits, and then making sure it doesn't turn red no matter what. This isn't something you could hold for 1 to 2, 1 to 4 deep targets. You can if it just keeps flushing immediately, but this is only a scalp because this is not a short signal here. This is an area where longs need to stop out, but not an area where bigger players are going to start stepping in short. And I was aware of that. So this is 1 minute chart short signal at this candle here, but you cannot take that one because, like I said, this is not a short signal. You're looking for the flush of this level, so you're looking for the break of this level to see buyers start to step in, risking off this level. And then once it closes above, the next valid signal will be the break of this level. Is going to bring in enough volume to break the low of day. And then once it breaks that, I'm looking for deeper targets to lock in my profits into, and then making sure trade doesn't come red no matter what. So the idea did play out where it did break this low, and I got in, and it broke low of enough volume came in to break low of day, and it went down to 4506, about $3 per contract. But the problem is I wasn't fast enough to lock in any profits there. It went down for literally 2 seconds and came right back up above my entry, $2 above my entry. So the only way realistically you could have locked in profits here was to have orders out ahead of time at 1 to 1 to make sure trade doesn't go red no matter what. But I didn't do that. I wasn't fast enough. So I took a 1-hour loss on this trade for no reason here. That's this trade here. Yeah, took it on this candle here. Had that immediate flush uh, on that break, broke low of day, brought in more volume, and then immediately buyers overwhelmed. Dip buyers overwhelmed the sellers there, and it reclaimed key levels. So now the next setup I'm looking for is a weak open reclaim long. So premature break of that level. I should have just stayed in the sidelines, to be honest, not even scalp that setup. And then wait for longs to get stuck or shorts to get stuck on the wrong side of the move here. Have that nice move to the upside, and I wanted to stay above this level, not giving shorts an area to exit into dips. If they're really stuck here and let them be stuck here, then the next long setup for continuation is an area where they may potentially stop out and longs may get in. So that's I took the entry long right over here at the 4518 on this candle here, and that is where the volume did spike a little bit, and I was expecting the break of high a day for more volume to spike, and then from there I wanted to lock in profits into VWAP and to the flag line retest, which is on the 1 to 2. If this didn't have room, the 515 risk, so $3 per contract, if that didn't have enough risk reward to the flag line up here, then I wouldn't have taken this trade, but the risk reward made sense here to the VWAP and to the flag line. If it retests the VWAP, then there's no way I'm letting this trade turn red. And if it retests the flag line, I'll be out for a 1 to 2, 1 to 2.5 our trade. So the risk reward made sense, setup made sense, shorts were stuck on the wrong side, and everything made sense to pull the trigger there. Locked in profits into VWAP and into 1 to 2 here. So that was the second trade. I went long here on this candle, added a little bit more because I didn't get my full size fill into this dip here, and then sold into 1 to 1.5 and 1 to 2s over here. So that was about a 2-hour win overall. And the next trade was a 1 minute short, 1 minute bear flag short after fail follow through to the upside. I was watching a tape here. It retested that flag line, that much needed correction to the upside where it was most likely going to reject, and buyers couldn't really step in at all. In that case, the next break of this bear flag, the confirmed break of this bear flag, the 4519 break was the valid trigger at this candle here. But the problem with that was the risk was going to be wide off this 4523.5 level, so about a $4 risk. So that's where I got in. With the $4 risk, I can only take 2 contracts, would be about a $40 loss. Took it there, and then took my profits into. So yeah, this actually retested this level, this trend line here, and came right back above my entry. Once it did that and flushes below this low, I can move my stop above this 4520, and that's what I did. And then keeps respecting this trend line here, comes back up, tries to flag out on the 1 minute, fails to do so. No buyers here at all on the tape. Now you can move your stop up to 4518.51, so basically a break-even trade. And then on the next flush, next test of this level is a 1 to 1 target, so that's where I locked in part of my profits. Just 1 contract. I only had 2 contracts, so now this is a winning trade no matter what. And then I knew that once this bear flag fails to bring in dip buyers, and dip buyers cannot really hold this level, is where it's going to flush and meet my 1 to 2 target below low of day. So that's where I have my profit target, right over 4508. Actually, it wasn't below low of day, but near low of day. 4508.75 is where I locked in all my profits. So that was about a 1 to 2 risk reward trade as well. And that's pretty much it. Coming into the morning, I knew it was most likely not going to be a day where you can trail your setup at all. It's most likely going to be a little bit choppy, and you're going to have to scalp within the range. Because of the context of the overall market, where it gave a short signal on the daily chart, and but it's getting too extended to the downside in the shorter time frame, in the smaller time frame. So it does need to bounce and retest key levels, recheck key levels, and then you can look for continuation lower. but still it is too extended to the downside. So if it just consolidates and then sets up in the afternoon, then you can hold for deeper targets or even potentially swing the position. But if you're looking to just trade the open here, it's gonna be a scalp day. Plus, there's huge earnings, I believe, after the close today. Apple is having its earnings, so market's probably gonna be waiting that as well. So there isn't gonna be a huge move in either direction until probably after that, and I was aware of that. And coming into today, I was aware of my lack of sleep, so I just really wanted to lock in profits on the predictable part of the move and not hold on any of these chops, hoping for deeper targets. All right, and the goal for tomorrow is where is it? That's my executions here. Okay, changes I need to make for tomorrow is have no caffeine after 2 p.m. Yesterday I took a pre-workout at around 4 or 3 o'clock, and that really affected my sleep today, I'm assuming. Or yesterday. My mistake today was taking a very aggressive scalp setup without having profit targets out in place prior to taking the entry. And good job understanding your lack of sleep, and great job of sizing today, understanding the context of the market and adjusting your executions with the context of the market. And then the easiest 1% improvement I can make for tomorrow is going to be the same. Get 8 hours of sleep and meditate for at least 30 minutes. How do I make this get 8 hours easier? I would just prepare food for my wife when at around 9, and then just head straight to bed, I guess, at around 9:30. Just meditate in bed, and hopefully by around 11 I'll be asleep. All right, that's about it. Thanks.